I've had a lot of questions about what's going on with the condo market lately in Niagara. It's been noticeably slow compared to where we've been. There's a pretty big, bull rush on it back after COVID, like everywhere. But the condo market was seeing a lot of investment, and just to jump right into it, I think what's going on in Niagara and in the GTA and spilling down to Niagara is that a lot of investors have pulled back from investing in condos. A large portion, especially in new construction condos, were investors that were buying new construction, holding on to them, putting your deposit down, and 4 or 5 years later closing on the property, and people were expecting a profit. Well, that happened for a long time. We had a huge bull run of that for about 10, 12 years. But what's going on now is once the interest rates went up and stayed up there, these condo investments all of a sudden did not seem that desirable anymore, because with the higher interest rates, you can only charge so much money for rent per month for condos. So with rises in property taxes, rises in insurance, you could only get, and obviously rises in your mortgage rates. Many condo investors now, especially in the GTA, are negative cash flowing, and that's spilling down to Niagara as well. We're not immune, obviously, to the interest rate hike, and we just had another property tax increase. So you can see from this chart here that condo sales in 2023 were significantly lower than in 2020, and especially in 2021, and they're pretty much right on par with 2022. So we've seen a real slowdown over the past 18, 20 months, and not only rates as the reason for that happening. There's also, a lot of condo buyers, so you have the investors, but now condo buyers, they tend to skew a little bit older. Those buyers now want to downsize, but they're not able to get the type of returns on their home that they were getting in 2020 or 2021. So a lot of them are electing to stay in their home. A lot of these sellers and buyers now of these properties, they're not in a hurry. They don't need a house. They already have one. If there's no medical reason or anything like that why they have to move, they can actually sit in their home and wait for market conditions to get better for their primary residence. Because for a lot of them, if they are retired, this is their last chance to accumulate a large sum of money before heading into retirement. Now, when you have first-time home buyers or young families, they may have more urgency to move for many reasons. Obviously, if you're a first-time buyer, you want to get into a house, but if you're a growing family, you might need more space. You might need to move to a different district for schools. Many reasons, but one of the reasons that the condo market is slow is because a lot of the buyers are electing to stay in their home and not move. Another reason we can look at here is really just a lot of general market hesitation. There's still uncertainty, even though rates have come down quite a bit over the past 12 months. There's still some uncertainty from people. They're wondering if it's still going to go down, or when are rates going to stop going down. Is it going to be a better time to buy in 6 to 8 months as opposed to right now? My honest opinion is that we might see rates, I think this week or next week, we're going to see rates go down 0.25%. But after that, we might see another 0.25 or 0.5 for the rest of the year. But they're eventually, in my opinion, going to slow down. We have to see what happens with the tariffs. If Trump does put the tariffs on Canada and how it will affect it. We're hearing that if he does slap tariffs on Canada, it could cause rates to go up as we have to keep up with inflation. However, the government could elect to help people out and bring the rates down if affordability just gets out of control, especially with prices going up potentially 25%. So that's just my quick opinion on what's happening with the condo market. Again, we are getting a lot of questions on it, and you can see from this graph here, yes, sales are down. In the last 5 years, it's been 6,100